is up, aka Patters? Happy President's Day. We're not done discussing comic books' greatest franchise, the X-Men. I know this has been online, I know it's been repeated, I know it's been argued and discussed for a very long time, but I'm going to present to you Stan Lee's own words on the origin, the thought process that came about when he created the X-Men. People, we have to discuss this. Bear with me. Let's go. And what is up, my AKA Patters? I just want to say this real quick. Thank you for all of the comments, all the interaction when it comes to my recent X-Men video threads, because I do appreciate the time that you, my AKA Pat Army, take to even attempt to self-correct myself. People, we all know I'm hardly ever wrong. People, we all know my prediction videos have gone far and wide in accuracy. I'm predicting, and I'm just saying, based on what we've seen, we just have a lot of questions about X-Men 97, a lot of questions just on the exact positioning of that series and what we are being sold. Because let's not forget, we're adults. Why are we even watching cartoons? Why do we even care about cartoons? I really don't. But with all of that said, Disney is selling us a product, and we have to gauge if we're going to embrace that product. And sometimes we're sold things that just are falsehoods, product-wise.
Where did X-Men come from in the first place? For those 5 or 6 of you who may not know the story here.
Well, let's see. I don't know whether to tell you the truth or make it an interesting story. I'll compromise. I had already done the Fantastic Four, and I had done Spider-Man, and I had done the Hulk. And I was looking for something else to do, and I thought the Fantastic Four was kind of successful, so I would do another group. But as you probably know, the toughest thing is to figure out, where does a superhero get his or her power from? I mean, how many people can be bitten by radioactive spiders or zonked by gamma rays or cosmic rays? And I don't know that much about rays. I had run out of rays. So I was really stymied, and then inspiration hit. I realized I'm going to take the cowardly way out. If I say that my heroes are mutants and they were just born that way, I don't have to explain anything. I don't have to use radioactivity. They're born that way. That's it. Take it or leave it. So I was able to come up with a whole caboodle of heroes who were born that way. See, that's how clever, how inventive I am. They're born that way. Now leave me alone. So that was it. And I was lucky enough to have a genius like Jack Kirby draw the strip, so everybody loved it. I have been lucky all my life. I come up with a few cockamamie ideas. I get a guy like Kirby to make them look great. I get a producer like Lauren Shuladana to make the movie look great. I get people like, well, they were there a minute ago. And everybody makes the things that I started look great, and I take the credit for it, and I'm just enough of a phony to take the credit for it, and there you go. Had already run out of people being bitten by radioactive spiders and being subjected to gamma rays and cosmic rays, and I took the cowardly way out. I said, I'm just going to say they're mutants. We all know there are mutations in nature, so these people, they were just born that way, and then I don't have to come up with far-fetched explanations. Okay, so now I had my team, but who are they going to fight? Going strong. Let's do some more. Well, in order to get a new superhero, you have to think of
what his or her power is, that's not too hard. But you have to figure out how did they get that power, and that's a little difficult. I can't have them all be bitten by radioactive spiders. So I had already given them their powers, and then it hit me. What if they're mutants? What if they were born that way? I thought that was brilliant, and I ran into my publisher, and I told him about the characters. And I said, we'll make them mutants, and we'll call the book The Mutants. And he said, no, Stan, that's no good, because our readers wouldn't know what a mutant is.
I'm a huge fan of the X-Men, so my question is, I've noticed that the X-Men host a variety of diverse characters, and I just want to know if you would consider this intentional, and would you consider yourself a social advocate?
Something about the X-Men. If you think it's good, I did it intentionally. No, but I wanted them to be diverse. The whole underlying principle of the X-Men was to try to be an anti-bigotry story, to show that there's good in every person. So it was intentional, yes.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, so AKA Powder's like wrapping up a lot of this. Guys, really, thank you for the comments. And I have a feeling this video may get some comments as well. Just... Alright, AKA Patters, we're not done talking about the X-Men. We will be crevicing into a deep dive very soon. Bear with me, comic book reviews and comic book flip-throughs and tours and introductions and unboxings will continue. We're building up episodes right now, Team AKA Pad, for Top Cal Tuesday. We're reforming Wildstorm Wednesday into Wildstorm Wednesday 2.0. And we're gearing up to live stream day and night. Everything I do from the drawing table will be hopefully live streamed and available in one form or another. Any of you that have ideas or comments, or you want to come on to a stream to discuss topics or things that I've said that may have triggered or upset you, I am always available. I do my best to explain some of the positioning and sometimes short in the comments. But pop into any of the streams, pop into any of the chats. I'm available. Just remember, we all love the same thing. We're not enemies, but we're trying to find the path, and we're trying to define exactly what some of these things actually are. It gets broad, it gets complicated, it gets a little micro and macro. This is the wondrous things of... Alright, AKA Patters, just cutting that off too. Went on another rant. This is like problematic. Anyway, love you guys. Subscribe, support, leave a comment. Let me know what was the intent on the creation of the X-Men.